you mentioned Ethereum as one of your also basics that you have. Mike Novogratz was at Token 2049 conference here in London, and he said, look, Bitcoin's digital gold, Ethereum's digital tech. He's like, if you want a digital technology play with the leverage of that play, then you want to be in the Ethereum. How do you look at it with your portfolio? Because I thought you were just going to say 80% of my portfolio is Bitcoin only.
No, because again, like if you take a look at, I think Bitcoin has its place. Again, we don't know exactly how great this technology will be, but if you just take a look at if you go to CoinGecko and you click on ERC20 tokens, it's like the entire crypto economy. I mean, everything is built on Ethereum right now. So I know people will say, and even I have been critical about this, about moving from proof of work from Ethereum to proof of stake. And actually, we were talking to Simon Dixon yesterday and his Celsius recovery plan. And he was an early investor in the ICO days of Ethereum. And he said, in the white paper that they gave us, they said within the next year, they were going to move from ETH to ETH 2.0. And that was, years and years ago. So that I'm not too confident that's going to actually happen. And then another thing is that people have to understand is that there's three parts to it. And the second part hasn't even come up. The merge is supposed to happen in August, and that won't reduce the fees. That won't reduce a lot of some of the problems that are going on, but it will hopefully get them off from proof of work to proof of stake. But when I take a look at what's being built on it, it's all these different projects. And at some point, they may move on to like a Cosmos or to like an Avalanche or a Solana or something like that. But right now, in the short-term play, I think they're just there. They're using ERC20 tokens and the Ethereum platform to grow. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but right now, this is where we're at. So I'll stick with where we're at for right now. Now, things will change. It's not about flip-flopping. It's about keeping on those investments, making sure you know exactly what's going on. And if some great project comes out where people can just switch over, then off I go from Ethereum.
Yeah, I've called Ethereum the Microsoft Office of the smart contract spaces. And it might not be the best tech, but it's what everyone's using. So guess what? It's got the market share and you're going to use it too. The biggest complaint I get in my Crypto and DeFi Academy is the gas fees, because we use Ethereum for getting everybody up the curve on yield swapping, liquidity pools, and all things DeFi. And they constantly complain because we start very small and get people to just understand the protocols. And sometimes the gas is more expensive than the actual trade notional. And I just say, look, it's not gas, it's tuition. So it's a learning experience, just pay it. And in the future, we will hopefully have either proof of stake ETH or things like AVAX where you can plug in and do it quicker. But in the meantime, I'd rather you just get to know it and pay the gas. But yeah. It's something that people are concerned about. And again, I'm not going to hold my breath for the 2.0 merge. I mean, I had Standy Kulichev of Aave in this studio last year, and they don't even think they had integrated AVAX in the Aave yet. And I said, when's ETH 2.0 coming? And he said, sometime this decade. And he laughed. And again, he was highly invested in that protocol. So yeah, I think you're right. It's definitely one of the blue chips for now, or the least volatile of volatile cryptos. And like you said, probably what people are going to develop on for the next year, right?
Right. Right now you've got a lot of those layer ones and they're doing pretty well. But just take a look at the different issues. And we talked about Solana. And of course, if you're really big into decentralization, they have an issue where sometimes they go down, whether that be just DDoS attacks or other issues that go on behind the scenes. They have had a point where they've had to suspend the network. And what do? They contact the validators and say, we need to restart. That doesn't sound very decentralized to me. However, does that mean that that's what it's going to be like for the entire time that Solana is around this earth? Probably not. So as time goes on, they'll probably do pretty well. And then for these other protocols, they're just kind of finding their legs, and of course they want people to build on their platform so they can grow their ecosystem. Unfortunately, they are behind the ball right now because they're just trying to get these new projects in. And that, I think, if you really want to take a look at the next big project, just take a look at the ecosystem and what is being built on it. And the best place to find that information, just go to Twitter and follow Avalanche, follow Solana, follow Polkadot. And you'll see that they always put out their updates for the ecosystems, right? A nice graph very easy to take a look at and go, oh, they've grown from 1,000 to 2,000 different protocols. So that's just something I would take a look at.